Hey there, my fellow anglers and fishing fanatics. Welcome back to the channel. It's your old buddy here, ready to dive deep into the fishing forecast for what promises to be a truly fascinating day, Monday, February 2026. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. February? In the good old USA? That's cold, right? And you'd be absolutely correct for a big chunk of the country. But don't let that fool you, my friends. This day, the 2nd of February 2026, is going to be special, full of intriguing challenges and some surprising opportunities if you know where to look and what to do. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you will have a crystal clear picture of why this Monday could either be a bust or one of your most memorable winter fishing days, depending on your approach. It'll share some practical tips that will make all the difference. Trust me on this one.
Let's jump straight into what you're all here for, how to put fish on the ice or in the boat on this chilly February day. First up, let's talk about those feisty panfish like perch and crappie. In many northern states, we're still looking at solid ice conditions, and panfish will be a prime target. Where to look? With air temperatures hovering around 23 to 26 degrees Fahrenheit and generally clear skies by midday, these fish will likely be holding tight to deeper structures. Think weed lines, submerged timber, or even deep humps that offer stable temperatures and cover. They'll be conserving energy, so don't expect them to chase your bait far. What to catch them on? Light tackle is key, friends. Tiny jigs, 1/32 to 1/16 ounce, tipped with a maggot, a waxworm, or a small soft plastic in natural colors like white, green, or black. Fish them slowly, very slowly, with subtle twitches. Remember, their metabolism is down, so a slow presentation is crucial. A small spoon or a Swedish pimple jig also works wonders, fished right off the bottom or suspended a foot or two above a marked school of fish. Next, let's target the formidable northern pike. These cold water predators remain active even in frigid conditions. Where to search for them? Pike will often be found near the edges of deeper flats adjacent to drop-offs or patrolling around larger weed beds that still hold some green vegetation, even under the ice. If you're fishing open water in more temperate zones, look for them in river bends or coves with slightly deeper, stable water. They're still ambush predators, so finding their lairs is key. What to use? For pike, larger baits are often effective, even in winter. Tip-ups with live bait, such as a large shiner or sucker minnow, are deadly. For active jigging, try bigger spoons or even lipless crankbaits jigged aggressively to draw attention, then paused for a few seconds. The sudden drop and flutter can often trigger a strike from a curious pike. For open water anglers, slow rolling larger swim baits or jerk baits along those drop-offs can be incredibly effective. Finally, for my friends in the warmer southern coastal regions, let's talk about red drum and speckled trout. Areas like coastal Carolina will see water temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s Fahrenheit. Where to find them? These species will be concentrated in deeper holes along marsh edges, creek bends, and channel drop-offs. They're seeking out the most stable and slightly warmer water. Don't waste time on shallow flats unless there's been an extended period of sunshine warming them up significantly. What baits and tactics? Soft plastic paddle-tail swim baits in natural colors rigged on light jig heads and worked slowly along the bottom are a proven winner. Live bait, such as mud minnows or small finger mullet, fished on a Carolina rig near channel edges and structure, is also highly effective. The key here is also a slow, deliberate retrieve, allowing the bait to sit in the strike zone longer. Now let's break down the conditions that are shaping this forecast for the 2nd of February, 2026. The weather. The overall picture for the USA on Monday, February 2026, points to a cold but generally clear day after an overcast morning. Well, start with air temperatures around 19 degrees Fahrenheit in the early morning, rising to 26 degrees Fahrenheit by noon and settling around 21 degrees Fahrenheit by night. This is actually a bit cooler than the historical average for early February in the United States. We're looking at clear, sunny skies for most of the day from mid-morning onwards, which is usually a good sign for stable conditions. Wind will be coming from the northwest, ranging from 9 to 20 miles per hour, with gusts up to 32 miles per hour in the morning. This consistent wind direction, combined with clearing skies, suggests a relatively stable atmospheric pressure, which is often favorable for fishing, especially after any previous pressure drops. No significant precipitation is expected, so you won't be battling rain or snow. The frost possibility is high, so dress warmly. Water temperature. Across much of the country, water temperatures will be cold, reflecting the low air temperatures of winter. In the northern and central states, many bodies of water will be covered in ice. In open water regions, temperatures will range from the upper 40s to low 60s Fahrenheit, depending on your exact location, with the Gulf Coast and parts of Florida seeing warmer water around the mid-70s Fahrenheit. This cold water significantly slows down the metabolism of most fish, making them less active and more selective in their feeding habits. They'll be seeking thermal refuge in deeper, more stable areas. The moon phase. For February 2, 2026, the moon will be in a waning gibbous phase, almost 99.6% illuminated. It's essentially the day after a full moon on February 1st. Many anglers believe that fishing can be good around the full moon and the days immediately following, as the increased lunar light might influence fish activity, especially nocturnal feeders. While science has varying opinions on lunar influence, many old-timers swear by it. It suggests there could be windows of increased activity, particularly during dawn and dusk. Overall fish activity. Considering the colder-than-average air temperatures for early February across much of the USA, coupled with the slowed metabolism of fish in cold water, it'd give the overall bite a finicky but rewarding assessment. It won't be a blind cast and catch kind of day. Fish will be less active and more conservative in their energy use, preferring to hold in predictable, deeper locations. However, for the angler who adapts their techniques, slowing down presentations, using smaller baits in appropriate colors, and meticulously searching those deeper, stable areas, there will be opportunities for good catches, especially for cold-tolerant species like perch, pike, and coastal red drum or speckled trout. The clear skies and stable pressure are a plus, suggesting that fish once located might be willing to bite if presented with the right offering. So, my friends, that's the lowdown for Monday, February 2, 2026. Get out there, be smart, be patient, and adapt to the conditions. I'm wishing you all tight lines and screaming reels. Remember, fishing is about enjoying nature, even on a cold winter day. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future predictions and tips. And hey, I want to hear from you. What are your plans for this chilly Monday? What's your go-to winter setup? Share your thoughts and your own cold water fishing tricks in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe out there, and as always, tight lines.